Hey, and welcome back to the Talos Principle. Here today we are starting back in the overworld because today is the day we are finally climbing a tower. But there's actually one little neat detail that I've noticed while I was starting the game, and that is apparently like you have like an intro cutscene where there's like the robot typing something. It's just like, you know, all the logos and stuff. Apparently that changes depending on which area you're in, because like normally I'm always in like one of those gardens. And I always got like the garden background texture, but this time I basically saw, where is it? Like something like this, right? Like something relatively industrial. I don't think it's this PC directly. It looked kind of different. It's kind of hard to see, and I also wasn't ready in time to start recording at that moment. Just thought that was a neat little detail that I would have not noticed had I not paid attention to it, right? Like as always. Kind of the point of like, you know, details that you have to pay attention to them. In any case, I am really curious about what awaits us here. We've only made it to layer 1 once. Can I just press 2? No, okay, it's just not active. Okay. I was worried here for a second. We had seen some...
Tracking of primary subject has ceased. Initiate.
Well, we sure are the primary subject. We've had that before, right? Like we've climbed to the first layer before and we have not done anything here. I'm guessing it's just because there's like a door here that we couldn't open last time, like from what I remember. It's been quite some time, let's be honest. I also checked again, like currently we have like 7 stars. This is like another thing that I should probably mention. We have 7 stars. And we've already used 20 of those. So like in total there should be 30 and we need 30. If I check on my save, it tells me I have like 100% of like the regular sigils and 90%, you know, of the star sigils, which kind of implies to me that there aren't actually any bonus stars. So we need all of them. In any case, I guess we have like a lot of those puzzles to do. That's not gonna work at all. That's kind of an issue to... Okay, wait, it's not an issue. I figured it out. That wasn't too hard. That's the first door. Now the question is what awaits us. I don't know if we are still getting some puzzles or if we just get like those pieces. Whoa. Like I am starting to be uncomfortable already. Like I mentioned this before, like I have an extreme fear of heights and I am feeling sick just standing here. Like it's not as bad in games obviously as it is in real life, but like if I were to jump here, like my stomach would like make 5 flips at least. I know that from experience. Anyway, there was something glowing over there. Also, we do have like regular puzzles here. Okay, that's interesting, which also explains why we can get certain other objects. Wait, I can just go around here, right? Yeah, okay. That's interesting. But we're still not being tracked. Can we die here? I mean, I would assume that we can just rewind, but I for some reason always assumed that this was kind of connected to Elohim doing something. More than this is just being part of ourselves. Like these balls that we can see here, obviously just like the bumper ones, they shouldn't hurt us. And there is no level name. Also important, okay. Because we do have the laser here. Interesting. I'm gonna look around first. We have a regular laser puzzle. We have a door here. Where would I open that? I mean, I can shoot something through here. Okay. That's the first thing. Otherwise, I don't really see too much. We can go around and we have like this door here. Okay. I feel like our goal is to shoot through here, but maybe we just need like 2 lasers. Wait, if I have one here and one... Okay, we can't actually shoot through those, I'm assuming. Like, the grid is probably too fine to do something like that. I'm just looking around here. This is kind of maze-like. So, let's start with like some basic stuff. Like, if I shoot through here, that's probably not going to be enough, right? Yeah, you are like way too slow. Okay. Can I do anything? I'm just gonna leave you here for a second. I'm gonna leave again. Because I did see that we can go around, and I don't really know why we can go around. Oh, we can just see the outside, I guess. Don't know why that's a thing. I guess it's just like, okay, this is like a weird memory that I have. So back when I was in school, I actually work with like, I say robots, but those are like the... Wait a second. Can I just... I feel like I get why I can go around there. Because I need those for the star. Let me quickly get the star piece first, because I feel like this is going to be interesting. I just need to walk for quite a way. Wait, it was over here. Okay. I just need to walk. Anyway, story time. So I did like stuff with robots, and I say robots, I'm talking about what were called Lego NXTs. Those are like the programmable robots. They come with like their own software, which is like similar to Scratch, where you can, instead of like proper coding, can I just drop you? Goodbye. I hate how this looks. I can probably take the elevator next time. But yeah, like I did those, and at one point I went to my, I'm gonna call it like local university, where they had like, I guess a department, or like a partial part of the department, where they were also using those robots to teach at the time. I don't think they do that anymore. But like back then it was like really interesting to see. They also had like a big room, and they were basically setting up a maze like that, just made out of cardboard, to show off like how they coded like pathfinding inside of those robots. Anyway, this game doesn't have fall damage, right? I hate this. Why am I looking down? That's better. I didn't even get a notification that Elohim can see us again. Well, can I not? Huh? Why can't I connect to you? Huh? Is something broken? Did something break because I didn't take the elevator? Or are you... Wait a second. Is this similar to the previous situation where this is now closed even though it doesn't show anymore? Because we've had that in one of the star areas. Let me bring in X real quick. But yeah, I feel like the story time was over. Like I just wanted to say this was just like kind of a memory that kind of reawakened inside of me, where I just saw those. Also, I was like part of like a like competition back then, right? It is like 7th grade or like 6th grade actually. So don't expect like any grandiose heights there, but we also had like a competition that was like similar, but they, instead of using like a cardboard thing, they had like, I guess like artificial little trees that we had to use as a maze. Anyway, gotta get the X. The robot thing isn't actually that important at this precise moment. Was it over here? Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna try if the emergency X works, because like last time, again, even though the texture didn't reload, the hitbox sure did, and I'm just gonna assume that this is related. Or maybe it's just because, you know, I kinda jumped down, that like the elevator, like that something broke basically. There's like my theories that I currently have. We'll be seeing which one is right in just a second. I just hope it's just the X, because that would make it easier, because if something breaks then I can't really fix it. That's like always the issue. Also, since I didn't reload anything, the connector should still be here, right? I guess we will see in a second. If I can properly run around. Also, the elevator isn't here. Can I jump down there? I mean, I can kind of look through there, but I guess I can't just go through. Okay, let's see. No, I can just... Yeah, I can smash. The wood is just not visible. Okay, that's the issue. I'm gonna drop you here. And now I should be able to do this. And I do have 2 connectors. Like I mentioned this before, I basically assumed that I would need 2 connectors. I'm gonna think that it's around here. That should be fine. Where did I leave the other connector though? Over there. Okay. I was worried that that one would just disappear. Also, weird shader again, right? Like in the background. This is not how lighting works, but sure. I'm just gonna accept it for now. I hope I don't need like 3 of them. Can I see you from here? The angle is kind of bad, but just kind of. Maybe if I can get you around this rock somehow. Oh, wait, I did see something. here. Okay, that should be enough and give us our next star. Don't know if it does anything else though. I'd assume not. But that's star 28. Which means that there's still one star we do not know about. Okay, this is like another weird suspicion that I have. What if one star is like at the very top of the tower, right? Like we have D6 above us, right? So I'm kind of assuming that this is maybe related, that there's like going to be a door that we can only open once we have like all the star pieces. And this is basically, hey, showing us, hey, if you've collected everything else, then you can finally use that. Something like it. I don't know. Like, I'm just theorizing at this point. I don't even know if we are going to get any lore while we are climbing the tower, right? Like, this might just be like a gauntlet of puzzles. But I am, you know, up for anything anyway. So, like, this game has been amazing so far, so I'm very happy whatever way it's going to be. And, like, worst case, like, I can kind of, I guess, guesstimate how long this is going to take every once in a while, right? Maybe I'm just doing, like, 1 or 2 puzzles an episode. And at some point we might have to go back to... Okay, the elevator's coming. I was just worried there for a second. And this is the first time that we actually had to use this button, which is interesting because we've seen them before, but I don't even know why exactly they are here, like for all the other towers. I mean, just for consistency, I guess, because you don't really need them. Also, the clicking is kind of bothering me in a weird way. Have I ever looked at this? This looks kind of broken. Like the glass inside of that. Is that normal? Like the ticking itself is kind of bothering me. I don't know if it's just because I play with like louder volume than usual. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. And also because I'm like outside now. Is there an angle I can... No, I can't see it from here. I'm thinking maybe there's like an angle I can see this a lot better from. I mean, maybe. This is almost high enough, like if I could... Okay, I can't see the connector on that side though. Okay, I'm gonna bring the other one as well. That shouldn't be too bad. I mean, we've already made progress here, right? Like, this is the important bit. Also, I've never actually looked around. Is there any text here? Like, I do remember getting, or like going up here and seeing the connector once. But that's kind of it. So I'm just gonna assume that there isn't anything. Oh, the storm above us is really ominous. Also, maybe there's like something I can connect to, like, on the mountain range. Oh, the sun! It's blinding! I hope this isn't called something with Icarus. Let's be honest. That's the only thing I shouldn't be expecting now. Anyway, we're just gonna go around and figure out how to do this. Like, one theory that I have is maybe I can put the thing here somehow inside, because I don't think I can block you. Oh, wait, I have a weird idea, and it's an idea that I've never actually tried before. But it should actually work now that I think about it. So, we have 2 connectors, right? We have 2 connectors, right? You know, I've been playing this game for how many hours at this point? Close to 40? And apparently this is still something I struggle with. Purple does not let me bring stuff through here. Anyway, my idea is I'm gonna put you here. Yeah, that's probably fine. And this is not going to work, right? And that's completely fine. I mean, we still have like 1 connector to work with. But what if I connect to you and put you like around here? Because now only one of those lasers is going to be broken every once in a while, and then the other one is going to be fine. Another terminal. Institution for Applied Pneumatics. What's that? Oh. Extended lifespan. Yeah, this is part of the extended lifespan. It's interesting that you opened now. Where did you open to though? First of all, let's see what awaits us here. Detecting auxiliary hardware. Found 1 external device. Type device manager to control external device. Okay. Why? Oh wait, it's over here. Do we check out the device manager first or first the texts? I kind of want to leave the vice manager for the end. I'm gonna start with truth. Do not believe what they are saying. This is not the end of the world created by our Lord GD in 6 days. Fair enough. This is a conspiracy of the government, Illuminati, and international Darwinism. This is global warming 2.0, a lie told by the children of Beelzebub. Science. Okay. Do not let them take your liberty. Exodus 21:24. Defend yourselves against all vaccines, experiments, artificial medicines, and popery? Sure. I for some reason, like, I read that as property for a second. I was like, why property? That's why I was so confused. Anyway, okay, so yeah, that's certainly a truth by someone. It sounds more like a nut job, but hey, I don't know. Maybe they're right. Who is to say in this game at this point? Athena chapters. Okay, Athena Reborn, a novel. Contents: theogony or theogony. I guess it's probably more reasonable. Zeus speaks. The lost children of Hephaestus. Dreams of the labyrinth. The song of Eros at nightfall. Athena in the garden of the Hesperides. We've definitely had that one. The buried city. The riddles of the Sphinx. I feel like we've had. The age of faith. The madness of Choeus. Olympus revealed in the clouds. The council of Zeus. Skepsis and synthesis. The judgment of Hephaestus. Zeus reflects upon creation. A second awakening in the kingdom of Artemis. And anthropogeny. I feel like we've had a few of those. Important though, a novel. Kind of implies that this is, it implies that's more fiction than anything else. So are we supposed to, I did not expect this to be like, hard facts that we read about in that novel. Just because it's called like Athena Reborn, it also doesn't sound like it's a retelling of like the stuff that happened before, like directly, and it definitely has more creative liberties. Okay. And human reproduction. Surely if a machine is able to reproduce another machine systematically, we can say that it has reproductive systems. Archive 1872 CE, file 553. And how few of the machines are there which have not been produced systematically by other machines? But it is man that makes them so. Yes, but it is not insects that make many of the planet's reproductive. But is it not insects that make many of the planet's reproductive, and would not whole families of plants die out if their fertilization was not affected by a class of agents utterly foreign to themselves? Each one of our cells has sprung from minute animalcules whose entity was entirely distinct from our own, and which acted after their kind with no thought or heed of what we might think about it. Something? These little creatures are part of our own reproductive system. Then why not part of that? Wait. Then why not we part of that of the machines? Okay, but this is definitely an interesting, I guess, thought process that like we're talking about like reproductive systems, like in a biological sense, right? Like to get offspring. Yeah, most machines have been built by machines. Like outside of the very first ones, which, would have been like fully man-made, is like how I would put it, right? When where exactly a machine begins and like a tool ends is probably, kind of an issue of definition again. But yeah, like definitely. And they bring up the idea that like most, or like, yeah, I would assume most plants, at least like most of the plants that are like growing above ground, require other organisms to help them reproduce, right? Like pollination, for example, or like I know that like a lot of fruits have like seeds in them that come out of the birds as poop again, or like with their poop, stuff like that. That's obviously something that does not really work if they are on their own, which is just like a way for them, to spread out their genes in a way. And you could argue that the machine is quite similar, except that with the machine there was like kind of the intent in there. I feel like this is like the only only real difference in there, if you really think about it. Like, we decided that the machine works like that, as opposed to like evolution, where it was just like, okay, how like we talked about like how everything is basically just random, right? And probably some plants just survived. They had like seeds in their fruit in there, which kind of survived the stomachs of animals better than others. So they basically reproduced accidentally, basically, and it just became like kind of the norm, because like all the children would then also be comparatively more resistant to like the stomach acid, for example. So they could spread like that, and just because this trait was always required in this way of reproduction, it was, I guess, like in a sense of natural selection, more likely to be selected, right? Like things that directly impact your ability to reproduce tend to be more likely to have an effect, like, or like be present, I guess, in like the future offspring. It's probably how I would put it, because like obviously like we talked about like giraffes and like their longer necks and stuff, right? But like longer necks, not like, they don't inherently lead to like more offspring, for example, right? Just as an example, right? This just comes from like the fact that they can reach more food. But if something suddenly happened that there was like enough food, whether you had like long necks or short necks, and this wouldn't matter at the end. But something that like directly impacts that, like, again, like the seeds that survive like the stomach acids and then get pooped out and they land somewhere else, and they have just a vastly better chance of like spreading out to like, first of all, new regions. So probably also like regions where there are fewer other plants that they have to compete with, so they have like a higher survival chance, right? Yeah, doubly so, because like directly because like the reproduction works, and then indirectly because then afterwards the life also has like a decent chance of working out. Anyway, but yeah, it's like definitely an interesting thing to think about, that this is like kind of similar, right? Like all of the cars, even if we say like a car is like a machine, right? Like they have been built by like tons of other smaller machines, and they do that like constantly. You could argue that this is a very similar system, and like the only reason why we probably don't think about that is because, you know, we don't really assume that a machine has like any thoughts behind it, right? And so we just think about like in a more practical sense than in a reproductive one. Not to say that reproduction isn't practical in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. There are still the device manager. Check it out. Device manager version 0.01 is loading. Oh, they did not have time to work on that one. Scanning for external devices. Loading driver. Elevator controller version 2.01. Loaded successfully. Entering elevator security configuration. Okay, choose an option. Interesting, elevator control, so we might be able to activate the elevator and get like a new level. Choose an option. Show current operating parameters. Floor access control, auxiliary stairway access control, and exit this utility. Okay, let's just go through all of those. What are the current parameters? With a render, this is a hex code again. I'm not gonna math this out, right? Like, I don't actually think that these are more important things than numbers, but if they are, you know, I'm just gonna, you know, blend them in, what those numbers actually mean. Device, another number. Okay, I'm guessing this is not like a similar where the F means file. I'm guessing this is probably still a number. Name, main nexus elevator. So this is the main nexus, okay. Number floor 7. Number of shafts on D1. Software license, free evaluation, expired. Oh no! Security level, FAC, authorization mode, code. What was this? Is that a 0? No, it's not a 0. Zeros have like the dot in the middle, so it's actually code. Okay, interesting. Bit of lore, but I don't think that this is going to help us here, except that this is the main Nexus elevator. This is something I don't think we've heard about that yet. Anyway, 2. Second one was about floor access control. You're currently on floor 1. Current access parameters. Floor 0 unlocked and floor 1 unlocked, which makes sense, right? Like we start at 0, we are in programming. Everything is locked, but floor 2 does not require a code. That's interesting, okay. floor 0. This floor is currently unlocked. Would you like to lock access to this floor? Sure, why not? Would you like to lock... Wait. Locking floors when operating from within the building may leave the operator stuck inside. Your technical support plan does not include assistance coverage for that event. Please type yes, I am sure, if you are sure that you want to do it. Okay, let's leave it for now. Okay, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I definitely want to do like a bonus episode at the end. If I can lock myself out of the actual ending by doing that, that would be something fun. I would like to try that out, and there's probably a way to like reload if you mess up like that. But for now, I'm just gonna leave the doors open. So that's fine. Wait, where was I? Access control. I would like to change floor 2. Floor is currently locked. Would you like to unlock it? Yes. Unlocking. Done. That was easy. I would also like to see just if I like what the codes look like. Like if I go to floor 3, access floor is protected with a code. So I guess if you learn the code, you can kinda speedrun the ending. 3, 8, 0. Code incorrect. Try again. 2 more tries left. You know, cats. I'm not gonna lock myself out of this one. I didn't want to go out of the entire system, but hey. From one device, I hope I'm not breaking anything by doing it like that. Device manager, there was like something else. There was like another option that I didn't check out. Yeah, let's load that one. Auxiliary stairway access control, sure. The software license has expired. The auxiliary stairway is in always open mode now. That's cool. Please renew your license to enable auxiliary stairway locking. Which means that we can always walk over there. That's reasonable, I guess. Well, in any case, we've solved the floor. Apparently we can go this direction now. Did that help me? This is literally just putting me back here. So I have to go through those to... I for some reason thought I would be able to go like to the other side here. Maybe I can actually have some fun by breaking out of here, but I wanted to reach like this point over there. That is not really a solid way to stay. Like my idea was like maybe I can climb up on the ledge here. But I don't think I can. Just briefly. Does it look like... Okay, there's definitely a door over there. But it looks like this is the other side of that door. Like I would probably enter through there at some point. Which number is this? This is just like 01, right? Yeah, this is the room 1. Okay, I'm just gonna accept that for now. And I also would like to just leave the area. We should be able to take the elevator now, to my understanding. I don't know if we are going to learn about like the pass codes at some point to break out, but you know. Also just checking out the buildings. Yeah, they're definitely snowed in, but I don't really see anything else that we could do from here. You know, it's making me nervous, but I guess we can now go to area 2. But we are going to do that in the next episode. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this one, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be seeing you next time. Till then, have a good one, and bye-bye.